And we all know that Florida is the ground zero for this housing crash right now, but the stats just continue to amaze me on how fast the situation is deteriorating there. Take a look at this, guys. Nationally, homes are already sitting on the market for 62 days on average right now, which is about the same that it was in 2019 before the pandemic. But in Florida, that number jumps all the way up to 88 days on the market, which is an extra 2 weeks compared to its pre-pandemic count. Right now, on a national basis, the active listing count is only 10% below where it was before the pandemic. So that is very good news for buyers. But if you're a buyer in Florida, it's even better news because now Florida has roughly 23% more listings today than it had in 2019. And even with that dynamic going on, a lot of these sellers still have the nerve to ask 2019 prices. They're just completely unrealistic. Sure, Florida has seen a lot of the home building that has been happening over the past few years, which increases the amount of available inventory. But a lot of the resale listings have picked up as well, guys, because a lot of people who bought in Florida paid way over asking price, and the economy there relies a lot on tourism and travel. And now that a lot of that is starting to slow down, there's been a huge ripple effect across the state of people being affected by it, along with the massive increase in the cost to carry these properties. And so fast forward just 2 or 3 years later, a lot of people who bought can no longer afford to keep their house, whether it's due to property insurance or whether it's due to property taxes or whatever the case may be. And that means if you are in Florida right now, or really any market, but particularly in Florida, you should take a note from how these sellers in this neighborhood right here are handling it. They are pricing their properties right at what they should be selling for, not $40,000 above, and then let's wait and see what kind of offers come in, and then if nothing happens, we'll lower the price. No, they're skipping all of that nonsense, and they're listing these homes at what they know people around here can afford to pay, and what they know the house will sell at. And guess what? They're selling it in just 2 weeks or a month. Buyers have a ton of leverage these days that they didn't have just a couple of years ago, and people need to wake up and understand that. You know, you're not in a situation anymore where you can just put some lipstick on a pig and think no one's going to notice, and they're just going to come in there and offer you 50 grand over asking price. Those days are over. And really the biggest takeaway that I hope sellers have from this video, buyers as well, is you don't set the price, okay? And buyers don't set the price either. Oh, they kind of do. Buyers have a little more control over pricing than sellers do. But ultimately, your house is never worth more than what a buyer is willing to pay for it. And that is all heavily dependent on your local economy and on your local market, and it's completely different for everywhere. And the more you understand that, and the more you research and have done your homework on your local market, well, then the better chances you're going to have at being able to sell and still turn a decent profit. I even recommend people who really want to ensure that their house sells is look at the comps, say like that $900,000 house over here, and list it for $875, guys. I know it's lower. You're taking a little bit of a hit, but you're going to generate a tremendous amount of interest, and who knows, you could still get 2 or 3 interested buyers who might bid the price up a little bit up to what it should be, around $900,000 mark. And not only are you still getting the value of the house that it should be selling for, but also you're creating a tremendous amount of interest up front, which ensures a quick and favorable sale for you.